Nintendo is making a Mario game for iPhone. So Nintendo's a third party now? Ugh. Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Talk. Before we get to today's topic, I just want to thank everybody who watched and commented on my last Let's Talk episode. The people who commented acknowledged how big a deal the Zelda games are. After all, this year is the 30th anniversary of Zelda. Gizmo wrote that Wind Waker is his favorite Zelda game ever and highly recommends that I get around to playing it, even if it's the HD remake for Wii U. I mean, it is a Nintendo Selects title now, so why not? My friend Stevie also didn't play the Wind Waker before, but enjoyed the HD remake, and is really looking forward to the all-new Zelda for Wii U. 9 months since these were posted. Well, we didn't know what the title was, but we know now that the game is called The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I'm looking forward to it too. Thanks for those comments. If you want to see that last Let's Talk episode where I talk about November 2015's Nintendo Direct, you can click the link right here. Too slow. But don't worry, the link will also be in the description. Today, let's talk Super Mario Run. Apple hosted their annual September keynote this past Wednesday, and it was pretty obvious that the iPhone 7 was going to be announced. In my opinion, the real surprise was when Mario appeared on the screen and Miyamoto and Bill Trinen from Nintendo came on stage to announce the game. I was sure a Mario game would come to iPhone eventually, just not this quickly. And I was certain that the game was going to be an infinite runner, but more along the lines of Temple Run and Spider-Man Unlimited. But I stand corrected, it's actually a side-scrolling runner. I'll take it. As Nintendo showed a live demo of the game, they announced that it will feature one-touch controls, meaning you only need one hand to play it. Along with all these courses you get to run on, there's also a Toad Rally mode that lets you play to beat your friends' high scores. Toad Rally sounds fun, but if the game is really meant for people to come back for more, then there has to be an endless mode for people to compete for the highest score in the world. The game apparently uses Mii's too, so it seems that you can also connect your Nintendo Network ID. And if you don't have a Nintendo Network ID, then hopefully Nintendo lets you connect a Google Plus account instead. Miyamoto said on stage that the game will be available for a one-time price, but the official Super Mario Run website says that the game will be free to download, and the App Store page says that the game will also have in-app purchases. If Nintendo really wants this game to be as successful as Pokemon Go, then they have to make this game free to download with in-app purchases. People will get annoyed when they pay one price to download the game, but then they would have to pay more money for extras like extra lives or power-ups. To me, the game looks promising at least. I'm just worried though about how Nintendo will operate from this year on. They're releasing first-party IPs on a platform that is not their own. If these mobile games from Nintendo do become more successful than the games that they make for their own platforms, then it seems as though Nintendo has no choice but to go third-party. There are a lot of customers out there who are urging Nintendo to cut gimmicks like motion controls and touchscreens and just make games and consoles with traditional video game controllers. Right now, the people have done all they can to convince Nintendo to just make games traditionally like Sony and Microsoft. It's really up to Nintendo whether or not they want to make the best games and whether or not they want to include gimmicks. I don't want to call them gimmicks, but we do know that the most prominent features of the Nintendo NX are a touchscreen, and that'll be released in 2 consoles in one, as a handheld and as a home console. This is what Nintendo lives by nowadays. They make gaming experiences that stray from the norm, in hopes that people will want to support these breaks from the norm by buying their consoles and playing their games. I just hope that the NX is not too different or too old school that people would not want to buy it and just forget about it entirely. Anyway, what are your thoughts on Super Mario Run? Will you be downloading it this holiday season? And while we're at it, what would you like to see for the mobile versions of Animal Crossing and Fire Emblem? Sound off in the comments below and you could be featured in my next episode. Thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you next time.